How does a mosquito's life cycle affect our control tactics? Eggs, larvae, pupae, and adults all behave differently and have different needs. And by understanding those needs, we can better control mosquito populations. Let's start by looking at the eggs. Once a female has a blood meal, the mosquito will go in search of a location to lay her eggs. Mosquitoes will often lay their eggs in areas that contain organic nutrients from decaying debris such as leaves, hay, or grass. Once the eggs are laid, they will hatch within 2 to 3 days. Some mosquitoes may lay their eggs in areas that will flood. In this case, eggs will hatch within a few days after adequate rainfall. Mosquito larvae will emerge from the eggs after hatching. Mosquito larvae are also known as wigglers because they look like they're wiggling in the water when disturbed. Mosquito larvae progress through 4 stages known as larval instars. During each of the instars, the mosquito will feed on the organic nutrients in the water. So, the dirtier the water, the better. The larvae will gradually get bigger with each instar, and after 4 instars, the final molting will result in a pupa. Pupae are known as tumblers because of the way they tumble in the water to move. During the pupal stage, the mosquito is not feeding and is considered a stage of maturation for the mosquito before it finally emerges as an adult. After 1 to 4 days, the pupa will emerge as an adult. After the adult emerges, it will take several hours for the mosquito to fully harden and detach from the pupal exuvia or shell. Once ready, the mosquito will take flight. Males will typically emerge first and will hover above areas where they think female mosquitoes will emerge. Their goal is that once females emerge, males can immediately mate with the females. Mosquitoes will eventually need a sugar meal, so now the mosquitoes will search for nectar from plants. The carbohydrates in the sugars from nectar will provide the required energy for flying, more feeding, or if the mosquito is a female, laying eggs. Eventually, a female will seek out a host for a blood meal. The proteins and fats from the blood meal are required to develop and lay the eggs. Depending on the mosquito species, the female mosquito will prefer certain hosts over others. Some like to feed on birds, while others like to feed on mammals such as humans. Once the female has completed her blood meal to lay her first batch of eggs, the female mosquito will go in search of a safe place to lay her eggs, completing the life cycle of the mosquito. From the first generation laying their eggs to the next generation laying their first set of eggs, this process can take about 2 to 3 weeks under ideal conditions, but may take longer depending on several factors. The mosquito life cycle depends heavily on the environmental conditions in which the mosquitoes mature. For example, if there's too much rain, that can wash out potential habitats for immature mosquitoes. Or if the ambient temperature is too warm, that could potentially kill the developing mosquitoes or evaporate the water habitats. Without external factors that could prematurely end a mosquito's life, a mosquito can live for up to 2 months. During her lifetime, the female mosquito can lay hundreds of eggs, increasing the population of mosquitoes even after she dies. If you want to get rid of mosquitoes, identify the life stages around you and remove their source of survival. Places such as pools, potted plants, gutters, or any container that can hold water should be inspected and emptied regularly to stop the mosquito life cycle at the immature stages. Adults can be controlled in a variety of ways. One way is with insecticide sprays, but these should only be applied by professionals. Other ways to control adult mosquitoes are to prevent them from getting indoors. Fixing screens on your doors or windows and ensuring tight fixtures will keep mosquitoes from entering your home. Understanding a mosquito's life cycle can help effectively mitigate mosquito populations. Eliminating food sources and stagnant water can control mosquitoes in the larval and pupal stages. Meanwhile, professionally applied insecticides or preventing entrance to the home can control adult mosquito populations.